But first, we kept going right on with Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich. As we said, his impeachment trial starts today. He's, of course, accused of trying to sell the president's Senate seat, among other things. And the governor was saying repeatedly that the impeachment process is unfair. We had standing by Illinois State Senator Matt Murphy, who helped draft the rules for the impeachment. He was listening to everything the governor said, and he wanted to respond. Both engage. Here it is.
Well, it's another self-serving statement by the governor, frankly. These are very fair rules. We take this process extremely seriously in the Senate, and we did on the committee that made the rules. We've never had to do this before in Illinois. We patterned these rules after the most recent impeachment trial that there's been in this country, which was of President Clinton. And the rules are very similar to those of the trial in President Clinton's case. And as you all know, that led to the acquittal of the chief executive.
What about that, Governor? It patterned on the same rules as President Clinton had.
No, that's an inaccurate statement. The fact is, President Clinton could have called witnesses if he was allowed to, and did. I was there as a congressman who voted against the impeachment, and when the Senate had the trial, President Clinton was able to have Vernon Jordan testify, as well as I think Monica Lewinsky had made some videotape testimony. All I'm asking of these senators is a simple fundamental right. It's called the Sixth Amendment. The right to call witnesses, to defend yourself. Think about how chilling this is in America. Anybody can hurl an accusation at you, and then these senators won't allow a sitting governor elected twice by the people, they weren't, I was, to call witnesses to prove my innocence. And again, these are not just ordinary citizens I want to call. I want to call the president's chief of staff, top staffers, U.S. senators, and a whole bunch of other people I talked to about trying to work out something to get the right senator for Illinois, and they won't let me do it. And they want to undo the decision that the people of Illinois made with these phony rules. And if they can do it in Illinois, they can do it here in New York, and they can do it in other states when governors fight for the people against lawmakers who thwart the efforts to expand health care, who want to raise taxes on people, and who thwart efforts to be able to go out and do things like create jobs and put moratoriums on mortgage foreclosures, the kinds of things I fought for 6 years as governor. They're getting rid of me, and I should point out, before this happened, there was talk of impeachment, because I found a way to give every senior citizen in our state free public transportation around the legislature, because I found a way to give breast and cervical cancer screenings to uninsured women around the legislature, because I found a way to expand health care and protect 35,000 poor people that President Bush kicked off of health care. Legislature wouldn't pass it. We found a way to do it. That's why they're doing this.
Senator, let me bring you in. This is obviously an immensely serious thing. The governor was elected 2 times. Why not let him bring in any possible witness who might be able to add to what everybody knows?
Well, first, let's try and work through all of that red herring he just served us all for breakfast. But the reality of this situation is there is a criminal investigation going on. The U.S. attorney is talking about taking away the man's liberty. We're talking about his job. The U.S. attorney asked us to defer to the criminal prosecution and limit witnesses. We didn't just limit them for the governor, they're limited for the House prosecutor. But more than that, the reference to statements by Chief of Staff Rahm Emanuel, Valerie Jarrett, Representative Jackson, those positive statements that the governor says exonerate him, he can submit those into evidence. We have lowered the standard for the admission of evidence for the governor to bend over backwards to make this fair for him. Right. The suggestion, and the suggestion that this is somehow unfair to the governor is the most self-serving, ludicrous statement I have ever heard in my life.
And Senator Murphy,
it couldn't be fairer for this guy.
Excuse me, we are at the tyranny of the computer here. We've got about 30 more seconds. Final word, Governor?
They are prohibited by Rule 15F, and the prosecutor, the U.S. attorney, has said you can't call witnesses. So they won't even prove the criminal charges in this impeachment, yet that's the underlying basis of an impeachment. They won't bring witnesses in to prove it. They won't allow me witnesses to disprove it. The fix is in, and it has more to do with the fact that my fellow Democrats in the legislature want me out of the way because they want a big income tax increase on the people of Illinois, and mark my words, that's coming before Memorial Day.
Again, Governor, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And thank you, Senator Murphy, as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Diane. My pleasure.